Good day, hello, hi. I'm your host, Educator, right here on the hashtag Listen platform. We are in Cape Town at the Kwena Arts Institute. Mense ons is hier in die Weskaap en in die O21. We are doing our thing here in ons gaan lekker mense interview. Today I have with me Darion Adams, all the way from the O21. Darion, how are you doing today?
Hello, Hezekiah. I'm very happy to be here
Mm-hmm.
at 10 o'clock on a Sunday.
On a Sunday
On a
morning.
Sunday morning, but
Mm.
I'm feeling good. I'm really happy to be here. Thank you for having me here.
And thank you for accepting our invite. I'm so
Mhm.
glad you are here today with
Mhm.
us. Can you tell me a bit about yourself? Give me a background of who is Darren, what does Darren do for a living? Wat alles doen Darren van social media? I saw you
Uh,
are crazy on social media. So can you give us a brief background, me and our viewers, what you
yeah.
do?
Firstly, where I'm from, I'm Darion,
Mm-hmm.
Darion Adams. I was born and raised in Manenberg.
Okay.
I still live there because rent is expensive in Cape Town. I'm a dancer. I'm a dance teacher. I'm a choreographer. Um, I do some project management and arts administration work as well.
Okay.
So I'm a bit of a multi-hyphenate, beetje doen van alles,
Mm-hmm.
to survive in this industry. Um, yeah, so I work in the arts, specifically
Mm-hmm.
dance. I've been dancing since the age of 5. I
Mm-hmm.
started dancing in church until I was 18. And then I went to Alexander Sinton High School where I did dance the subject. I studied dance teaching at UCT.
Mm-hmm.
And then I trained for 3 years at Jazz Art Dance Theatre, where I worked in the company for almost 2 years. And then I started freelancing, I think, from 2018. And I've been a freelance working artist ever since then.
Ever since.
Yeah.
Ik heb nog wel wat in onze bij gepraat. Ik
Ja.
meng
Daai
Engels en
lus
Afrikaans.
gaan aan,
The
jong.
list goes on and on and on, yeah.
Ja.
And ik kan what you doen bij.
Mm.
So, did you always know that you wanted to become a performing artist, a dancer, since a young age? A
Yes.
professional dancer?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the picture was clear from day one.
Mm-hmm.
When I was 5 years old, my mom took around 5 years old, and we went to a sangant by the city hall. Hy kyk saam kom.
Yeah.
And I remember there was a guy dancing, and I'm telling my mother, okay, no, that's what I want to do.
Mm.
And then I think because she couldn't afford dance classes, the best option she could do was send me to church for dancing. En sy het by die AG eers gegaan en ek het nog gedans by Shiloh. um, so yeah, and that's where she took me, and
Mm-hmm.
it was it was during that process where I was exposed to conferences where we were ministering basically. Um, that was my first training, my first experience in dance. And I think that's where I learned, I think, how dance is telling a story
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
through ministering, through movement.
Mm.
There was amazing people who took care of me and guided me and looked after me in that process.
Mm.
So yeah, I think I've always been clear. The image was clear. I had
From
an
the
image
one.
of the stage in my head, and that was what I was chasing. So it was very clear from 5 years old. Nothing could shake that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of people started actually dancing in church.
As the
Maar
church, Baba, as a kid.
spiritual dancing, a lot of people started there.
Mm,
And when you know you're passionate about something
mm,
and you know you're goal driven, and dan gaan jy full force for that thing.
mm.
So that we all know this arts industry is not for the faint-hearted, especially financially. Say vir my, hoe maak jy dit financially going on met die werk?
Life
And
is
be brutally
suffering.
honest. Be
I'll be
brutally honest.
brutally
Yeah.
honest. I mean, ik werk hard.
Mm.
Ask anyone who knows
Yeah.
me. I had a lot of friends tell me that it's a bit rust.
Mm.
You know, I must tell a story. You know, ChatGPT. I work with it a lot. So I told it to roast me
Yeah.
on the basis of my prompts.
Yeah.
Let's say for my don't say for me you heard the word busy and thought it was for other people.
Mm.
So I think after COVID, I realized that I really have to lock in on this industry, lock in on this work because it's really what I want to do. And I think changing careers I just didn't want to go through that major shift. So I think what I did change was what I do in the arts.
Yeah.
So there's a section in any arts training where they show you the careers in the arts. If you're the costume person, you're the lighting person. I was like, okay, well, I work in the arts. I might as well do all of it. Learn as much as you can. You know, don't be afraid to sweep the floor. Do what you gotta do to make this money, honey. You know what I mean? Make this coin. And I spent a lot of time networking. I spent a lot of time meeting people, building relationships, trust, um, making sure that I'm able to be employed, you know. Whether it's if I'm the best or not, this is my job. This is what I want to do. There's nothing else I want to do. So I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be doing this job. I was very clear. Daar's nog twyfel hier nie. The girl must be in the room, you know. En ek bly ek beautiful mense soos Lucretia gemeet that pushes and motivates me. So at a holistic level, I surrounded myself with people who push me. At a financial level, you gotta make the right decisions, and I might always have, because you learn as you go what works. No one teaches an artist about tax and about saving or all of those things. So you had to teach yourself. So there was many times like super brokers when I was at the show, I was performing, you know. So I had to teach myself a lot of things, and I'm still learning, and I'm still trying to define what my financial sovereignty is. So it's not easy because it's a social career. You're gonna go to the club and you're gonna go to the event where you can realize you should actually think about approaching it differently. And I learned it very late. Maar ek sê vir myself, maar okay girlie, you know, get it together. You know, find what works for you. And I think at each stage of my life, something I have to learn something. You have to approach it differently. So, like I said, I'm very blessed to work, and I'm very blessed to be employed, to be able to take care of my needs. But it's tough. There's January now is rough, you know, because even the savings is gone. You know, but I think it's just finding solutions as you go. I don't have a formula. I haven't done it right a lot of the times, but I just keep going, you know. If I'm able to take care of my needs, if I'm able to reinvest my thinking around saving, I'm gonna ask questions about how do I actually file this damn tax? How do I actually I go to the bank, I'm like, Macy, we must fix this. I tell the hoe sê jy mens, die persoon wat daar werk.
Die cash.
But I need to know. I need to know. And this is why I need to know. Because I think if no one's going to teach it to you, you must go, you must find out for your own survival, you know?
And Vineyards as well as the peak date. When is your peak time as performers here in Cape Town?
I mean, I think
peak season, when you make the most money.
Yeah, peak season is generally around December now, from like the end of the year to beginning January, I think. But for me, peak season, it depends on when the work is. You know, like people who have that formula about peak season, and these industry things and standards exist. For me, my peak season is when I'm happy in my work. The work is intentional. I look good. I feel good. I am amazing in the work. I really excelled. You know, I kind of know when, because wanneer gaan ek 'n casting doen, wanneer ek theater work doen, you know. So peak season for me is when I know each month there's work. Really good impactful work, really good intentional work that speaks to me, work that I can agree with, work that moves me. And I know when people come watch it, they're going to be impacted, you know. That for me is peak season. But no, because I didn't even do a casting now in this end of year season. And I have people who do that kind of work for me, you know.
Because I wanted to ask if you have.
I have an agent, I've got two actually. I've got a modeling one and a dance one. But because I work in theater a lot, my arme agent soek Darion, maar nou kan ek jou goed stuur. So nee, ek sê ek is hier by die theater, maar as ek kan nou cast gaan skit aan, is goes against my, you know, my practice. Ek sê ja. But no, peak season is when I'm booked and busy. And I see an off time really.
As I clock hier kom.
Ek klok met hier kom. As I clock hier. Hoe waar, maar ek soek that's peak season for me.
And how would you say in South Africa, do we appreciate our performing artists, or do Americans appreciate South Africans more that side in the US?
I think that there are artists who get international recognition because this country doesn't value them, and there are many of those amazing artists who I think our people just disregard. Like the arts industry doesn't see them. They see the work that they do, but they don't have the capacity to hold them and their magnitude and respect how much of a diva they are. Because people say that they are divas, and they are because they are there. They are clear with their needs and intentions. So they can't handle that because the South African industry is a very begging survival industry, and I'm saying that with my chest. I love, it's surviving. Our government has put us in a position where we are begging them for money, right? So these artists who have this international esteem are undervalued here because the way the system is running doesn't cater for people of that magnitude, you know? But in essence, there are places and moments where these people are valued and respected. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. But if we're talking about respecting artists and taking care of artists, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. I don't have the answers, and I'm not gonna. I'll join the movement to find the answers, but I definitely don't have it on my own. I'm also at the point where I'm just really focusing what I need to do to make space and hold space for other people, especially young people who are indigenous from Queens and heritage, young Black people. That's important to me right now. So the industry, I don't have the time to fight those battles, but I definitely think that, artists aren't valued here. But we are at every event shaking our skirt, you know what I mean? It's just a perspective because they are amazing artists here. And like these artists can be so great, but there's not a lot. There's stuff for the artists, but there's also not enough. There's a whole lot of work that needs to be done. I mean, if they can't give social housing for people, how are they going to give housing for artists? You know what I mean? So it's not tricky. It's just a complete disregard of the nature of the people of South Africa for me.
And as far as say, because artists is very undervalued, and they don't financially supported. There's no support at all for performing artists or any artists in the entertainment industry.
But I also think that at an institutional level, ek heb 'n UCT gestudy en by jazz gegaan. None of those institutions, and I love and appreciate my experiences and the teachings and the way my teachers were holding me. Ek was 'n maklike student. The way they were holding me, the way they took care of me, the way they reprimanded me, I value that. But I think that at the deep level, we aren't taught to survive in this industry. You are taught to study this thing and then go off, and then you are like, what the hell? This is that. Now you have to teach yourself when people pay 20,000 rands to study there. Maar as jy 'n budget, as jy 'n taxi, as jy arts admin, as jy 'n financial well-being,
actually incorporate it
into your career. But ek moet nou leer van weet jy wie daai dan so choreographer or whatever, which is fine. It has its place, it has its value. I appreciate everything I've learned because it has worked and helped and assisted me in my thinking. But at a deep level, artists aren't taught to survive in this industry. UCT and everyone else must offer an arts administration course, an intense one, not an overview, and some financial well-being for the artists, because what I geleerd, but we are taught to go and watch the shows, but we need to learn how to budget to say, okay, I'm gonna watch 4 shows this month. You know, so I can support this industry. That's what I've taught myself. I can't always do it, but I do this every now and then. I say, I plan, okay, I'm gonna go watch these shows. Because that's what I can afford, because that's what I'm allowed to do. But at the very big level, there's a lot of things that need to be implemented and radically changed, because you're like, the policy, that's, oh my God, shut up. You're not doing enough, professor. You're not doing it enough, manager, operations manager. You know what I mean? People are trying. I'm not going to push anything. People are really, really making opportunities for people to learn, let's say dance or the arts. People are. There's so many training programs here in Cape Town. It's crazy, which is great. They are making the effort to bring the kids in. But what's going to happen for these kids to, and I say kids, I mean people, to sustain themselves in order to sustain others, especially when you're an artist with a mindset of, I have to make something, to build something that can help others. You know, van nou moet ek nog skarrel en sukkel to get there, when you could have at least implemented something that really just pushes. Because you have predominantly somewhere mostly Black students in a place, and if you understand, we must go research the Black experience, but there's not at a fundamental level that these same Blackies that you are asking to research. And I'm just saying I'm using research loosely. I'm not pinpointing anyone. Their lives are on the line here. And people forget that. And I think that's what people undervalue. These are people's lives. Ajamin Mos, you know? So that's a bit of a tricky thing to me, but I always just tell people, just go read, find out, struggle, you know, just figure it out. You know, I don't have the answers for you, but I'm definitely going to say try. Kap aan, my sister. My ding is always kap aan, moenie omkappie.
Kap aan, moenie omkappie.
Kap aan. Yeah.
Moenie
Moenie
omkappie.
omkappie.
And I see you are very invested also in educating up and coming dancers. So tell me more about that, because I read about that. It said you were a dance educator as well.
Yes.
So take me through that a bit.
I didn't really want to teach in life, but I've grown to really love teaching. Waar begin ik met die teaching kan met
Begin net by die begin.
I mean, in the last 2 years, I think it's when I started AIM. I've always been teaching freelance teacher. And die list van goede wat ek doen. You know, I've taught at many places. I've guest, I've substituted and al die goede. When I started the AIM Society, so the AIM Society I started, 5th of February 2023, I think. 5th of January. I just decided, okay, do it. It's something that I really wanted to do my whole life. I really always, with the image of this dancer and the stage that I had at 5, I also, in that process, knew I always wanted to return to Manenberg and give back and start something. I took very long because my son can't make it. But it was just, the thinking was have something of your own. With your name on it. And this is for various reasons. I wanted to have something that's attached to me, that speaks to me and how I want to see the world. To begin ek to register for the AIM Society, my last 175. Like CIPC. So and it's AIM stands for Art in Manenberg. It took a while to start the school. I started it last year, October. Because I just really wanted to give back. I love working with young people. I mean, ek het my so in my cone gewerk, you know, to be at this place in my life. I really just wanted to share that experience with people in my community and young people in my community. Because we need more Darions in the world. You know, we need more young people from our communities thriving. You know, it's tough, but because the way things have been set up, the way historically our minds have been shifted. It's tough to work in a community like Manenberg, but I really just wanted to have it
and give back.
Because me, also just in general, it's here. I'm gonna when the Lord makes it happen, I'm gonna have it. I said I'm gonna have a school. I'm gonna have it. It took me till 32 at this point in my career to actually start it, and I'm very happy that I started at this point. I'm waiting for the signs and waiting for the leadership and for God to say, right, no, you know. But I love working with young people. It's very important to me that I'm able to share and be in the room with young people. We need more people leading young people and guiding them. I want to be the leader. My friend has a motto. His name is Shamlin. He's a DJ, and I used to be the mentor you never. So that's what we love by. So come.
And it's very important that you give back to your community, especially when you've been through all these processes. Op die einde van die dag, you can tell that child, like you said in the beginning, about them giving financial classes and nou kan jy kan leer. Ja, nou leer jy daai nuwe danse wat opkom. And then that kid can know, right, this is what I'm going into. This is what I'm going to face. I've heard these things. Now I know how to budget my money, how to work with my finances. And when I go outside of South Africa, when I come back, I will have enough money to build a life when I come back. And gepraat van buiten South Africa, have you danced overseas or have you had contracts overseas already?
I have. Travel. Yes. So I was while I was training at Jazz, I think my second year, myself and another dancer, Tansley Wester. We were selected to be part of a program called the Brouhaha International Carnival Project.
Yeah.
So we went to Liverpool in India and also Cape Town. So we had dancers from each, what is the continent, no? Dancers from India, dancers from Liverpool, and dancers from South Africa. So we traveled to each continent or whatever, and then performed in the carnivals there.
Yeah.
So I get to dance in India in 5 cities. Liverpool was, what is the Liverpool? In Scotland, and obviously Cape Town Carnival. Yeah, that was a project that took me international. It was lekker, but when we went to India, it was nice because I remember standing on the beach and it's so but it was a wonderful experience to have, and yeah, I'm going away soon as well. Yeah, this year.
Yeah, and I going when $8 clock is.
Hi dollar, I want it. I want
$8
the
clock
dollar.
is good. Yeah, so what can you encourage our young people in South Africa who wants to become a performing artist, a theater artist, any category in the entertainment industry?
Don't do it. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. If you do make this decision, if you really, really are invested in it, make connections, be reliable, learn, try and know yourself early, experiment. Don't be afraid to do the job. I remember sitting on my birthday one year in the laundry room because I was supposed to take straight a costume before the show. Yeah, don't be afraid to do. Just do. Figure out what you want to do in life. If you want to just dance, well then dance. Learn every style as much as you can. If you want to, whatever you want to do, really invest your time in getting to know it. And it's just met all die titles what ek het. I love it because it's as nooit droog nie.
Yeah.
You learn something about project management all the time. If I had to know start and I can't afford it. So I'm gonna go YouTube University, you know. Yeah, take your time, learn. Don't waste a minute sitting and be comfortable. Once don't if like for me I'm established. I'm also not established. Thank you very much. I still go to class. You know, it's a constant thing that it's never ending. So make a decision and lock in. You know, life is gonna suffer, and then go basically perform. Go to your job because your job and you're two different people. Come on, you know, it's like it's tough. You're gonna get hurdles. You're gonna deal with people. You're gonna be criticized because it's the kind of job you're gonna feel like you're gonna have to remove parts of yourself and put it on the side. Don't dala, do your thing, you know, and be yourself. At the end of the day, people are gonna appreciate you for you. There's so much I would say. But if people are watching this, they'll probably have a lot of they'll have a wealth of things. And take care of yourself. Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. You're gonna sit and wonder where the work is gonna come from. And sometimes you're gonna have to go out and find it and talk to people. It was very flexible. I mean, honestly, show up. Like, some choreographer sick. So when is the next show and when am I hired? You know?
You must have
And
that
they won't hire
attitude.
you immediately. They're gonna hire you after 2 years and you can be angry for 2 years that they didn't hire you. Get over yourself, right?
Yeah.
But it's gonna happen when the time is right. Everything will fall into place. This is a lot. This industry is a long game. It's not a short game. There's no shortcuts. Be prepared to wait. There are things like AIM, for example. It took that long for my mind to be ready at a spiritual level, at an emotional level, to be ready for AIM, right? To handle a project, having my own company. I could have done it years ago, but it's just, you need to be solid for it. You know, take your time and build. You know, they must never miss you. Don't play. Also, the main thing is don't play small. They mustn't. They can't miss you.
Yeah.
Don't give them a chance. I'll stand here. I used to stand next to the director. If I had to be here and I had to supervise, I would probably be in by the main person. Would have found the main person at Lama or close by. Because you have to be strategic.
Yeah.
You position yourself. Don't be scared. I don't want to see you too much to say, yeah, no. Ek is te feel. And if it's not for you, yeah, I want to work in this industry.
Yeah.
You know, we are performers. We want to perform. Maar see, let me perform. How many car? But it's the perform. I'm gonna perform. You know, I love this job. You know, and my teacher was like, "It's fun. Love the company, but don't love the institution. Love the people and love the work." So that the work exists. The things that we institutionalize is maar not the practicality of the way things are set up. And I love the work. So yeah, be unmissable. Put yourself in the exit very director immediately.
Dis every main mens.
And hulle gaan vir jou sê you're doing too much. Just think, well, I'm doing it just enough for me. You know? So don't play small. That's like if everything that I just said, throw it away, don't play small.
Yeah.
If you feel, but also don't be arrogant, don't be rude.
Yeah.
But don't play small. They shouldn't be able to miss you. Be unnecessarily unmissable.
Yeah, nee. You heard it here, guys. Don't play small, be unmissable. Thank you so much, Darion, for joining me on hashtag Listen. I really appreciate that. I had a wonderful conversation with you. Thank you so much for joining me. That's right, guys. We've come to the end of the episode on Intro Market 101 right here on the hashtag Listen platform at the Castle of Good Hope, Kwena Arts Institute. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe, and leave a comment on all our social media platforms. I am your host, Hezekiah K, signing out.